From the beginning, there has been a war, not of swords, but of strategy, not of noise, but of moves. I mean, history is not random, it is an eternal chessboard. And from Genesis, God announced the end of the game, that the seed of the woman will crush your head. And that was not just prophecy, that was God declaring checkmate before the game even began. But Satan heard it and he began to play. You know, the enemy has always been reacting to a victory God already secured. You know, the first move, the promise of the seed. Genesis chapter 3 verse 15. As the first prophetic announcement of Jesus Christ, a seed is coming, not seeds, but a seed. Now a specific person. And Satan understood something, that if that seed arrives, his kingdom falls. So from that moment, his strategy became clear. Corrupt the line, kill the seed, interrupt the promise. And when God speaks, friends, hell immediately begins to strategize against it. But hey, the war was never about people. It was about the seed. And Satan started to make counter moves through history. I mean, Cain and Abel, he corrupted the line. The first children are born. Abel carries righteousness. Cain kills him. An attempt to terminate the righteous line early. But God responds with Seth. And the game continues. In the days of Noah, Satan tried to pollute the bloodline. In Genesis chapter 6, corruption spreads across humanity. And what was the goal? To distort the human line so that the seed cannot come. But God preserves Noah, a righteous remnant, and the board resets. But guess what? There was Pharaoh. Kill the deliverer. Israel is growing. A deliverer is coming. So Pharaoh issues a decree. Kill all male children. And Moses is targeted. But God hides him, raises him, sends him. Another failed move by the enemy. And Haman came on the scene. And the goal was to destroy the covenant people. In Esther's time, a plot is formed. Destroy all Jews. Because if the people are wiped out, the promise is erased. But God flips the script and Haman falls by his own plan. And every move hell makes to destroy God's plan becomes material for God's next move. But hey, here comes Matthew. Herod, kill the Messiah. But Jesus is born. Immediately Herod responds. Herod decrees, kill all male children in Bethlehem. Another attempt to stop the seed, but heaven moves again and Jesus is preserved because prophecy cannot be assassinated. But here's the final move, friends. The cross. Then comes the moment. Satan sees Jesus and then he watches him healing, teaching, demonstrating authority. And then he makes what he thinks is the greatest move, the crucifixion. Betray him, arrest him, beat him, kill him. And to Satan, this was victory. Because what better way to stop the seed than to kill him? But what he did not understand was that the cross was not defeat, it was design. Satan thought he was ending Jesus. He was actually fulfilling him. Hell celebrated a move that heaven had already calculated. Friend, it was checkmate because it was the wisdom of God. At the cross, sin was judged. The curse was absorbed. The legal claim of Satan was broken, and then came the resurrection, having disarmed principalities and powers. Public defeat, total victory, irreversible outcome. And the move Satan thought would win the game became the move that ended it. Checkmate. Friend, what looked like Jesus pinned to a cross was actually Satan pinned to defeat. And this is why the cross is both the wisdom of God and the power of God, because no strategist would have designed victory through death. No mind would conceive that loss could produce total triumph, but God did. And Satan never saw it coming. Friend, God doesn't just defeat his enemies. He defeats them through their own moves. The greatest deception in history was Satan thinking that he was winning at the cross. But hey, on the eternal chessboard, it was checkmate. The King of Glory hanging on the cross. Heaven calculated the move before the game began. Have a blessed day, friends.
Were you there?